morning and welcome to The Stick with Rick. Thank you to this week's sponsor, the Sugar Shack, where you know life is too short for those boring desserts. So go out and check out the Sugar Shack. Now this week we're back out here where Cayman went missing. I'm out here. Next few episodes basically just kicking some hornet's nests. Now there's been some people out here over the years gone missing, and some people think it's from nefarious actions. I'm out here to find out whether or not that's true. See if we can find some clues. See if we can kick some hornet's nests. See what'll fly out. See if anything is trying to sting us out here. Hopefully it'll be a fun episode for you guys. I've got a hole I'm going to go check out. Somebody gave me coordinates on. We're going to go see what's there. See what we can find. Let's have a good day, guys. As you can see, guys, we're starting off early this morning. It's about 5 o'clock. Hopefully I'll be done out here about 9. That way the heat doesn't get too bad for us today. See what we can see out here. It's a nice cool morning. About 85. A lot cooler than 110, 115 it has been. So let's enjoy it. We got the good weather. And thankfully, it's still a full moon out. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe that's an omen. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope your families are doing well. Hope you took the time to grind yourself this week and just say thank you. As we're walking out here, you can see the power lines. Apparently, there's quite a few of these out here that don't really go anywhere. There are some mines out this way. There's some claims out here we might check out today, see where those lines go. Just depends on how much time we got and where we go. Alright guys, we took this trail going left. Heads towards a road that looks like it heads over towards an old mining area. But there's a wash up here we're looking for. Now this time of day there should be a lot of movement on the ground. Wildlife will be out. It's early in the morning. Things are either going to get settled or waking up. So maybe it'll be a good day to see some things. There's another one of those marker claims right there. See, this area is a little scattered with them. I guess that's come to find out with those little white pipes right there. You can see that just above those bushes. Those white pipes are actually mining claims, or at least stakes for some. All right, and I think we're heading down to the wash, guys. Let me check my coordinates here and turn the video back on. Alright, now judging by the spot here, this looks like the picture I was sent. So we're going to come up, we're going to look around, see what's over here, guys. Part of an old tent. You can see where the structure here has been knocked down, they said. What was here. The roof had been caved in because they had left signs that they had found this place. I don't know how much debris we're going to have to move today. Let's get over here to see what we can see. Alright, I can definitely see the evidence of the sandbags they were talking about and tarp here. This does go down a little bit. Unfortunately, they've covered quite a bit of rock. Quite a bit of stuff that's going to be a little difficult to move. Oh, it's not going to be fun to figure out, guys. Now, guys, as you can see, there's plenty of big boulders that have been dropped into this hole since it was made known that somebody was here. Unfortunately, getting down to the bottom doesn't seem like it's going to be a very easy task. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to see if I can get some of the guys in the group to help. And at least one or two of us out here to move this stuff out of the way. See what somebody's hiding here. It's either a shaft or somebody's trying very hard to hide some bodies out here or something. Definitely doesn't feel right in this hole. Doesn't look right in this hole. But judging by everything around it, I do believe this might be an old shaft. While we're down in this wash, though, you might as well take the chance to look around. So you might be able to see any evidence of anything else. I mean, you can definitely tell somebody was here. Somebody's caved that hole in, and that hole was there for a reason. Now, a lot of the bottles and stuff you see out here really aren't that old. So you know it's something, at least the people that caved this in were here very, very recently. So let's take a walk around through the area here, see if we can see anything else of interest. Not really, just some flat areas that have been carved out here. You can see where they were exploring over there. Probably when they made that shaft right there is when they started all this out here. Well, looking around the wash, really don't see a whole lot of interest right here. Now you can see right there, that hole. Somebody looked like they drilled in or filled in. I'm gonna hop down there and check that out. We'll go back up ridgeline that way. We'll go back down the trail a bit, see if I can find that structure I was talking about last week at least while we're out here. Let's just do ourselves a favor. Double check the top of this wash here, make sure there's nothing of interest. No footprints, no real tracks. Nothing on this side that you can really see, and you can tell somebody's gone up that way to see what was over there. Other than that, doesn't seem to be a whole lot out here. But that hole there is of interest, so maybe we can get a couple people out here to help me out and check that thing out. Alright guys, and here we are at the first marker here. Looks for its 2T number 1 and 2T number 2. A lode claim mine right in this area here. Now, if it were me, I'd imagine it's got something to do with that hole over there. That's why they claimed this area. Got two birds fighting over there. That's pretty neat. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. There you go. It's bigger than that over there. Right on top of that thing, just going right at it. That's nature for you folks. Now guys, I do believe I found a spot that might feed, if that is a shaft to a mine, the old air in there. My walking stick is a good 4.5 feet tall. I can shove it all the way in that hole. And it's still got room to go. So I imagine there's something right below me, guys. Right, and we are back at the bench, back down here at the wash. Gonna take a couple extra minutes this time to look around the wash. That other wash had a couple interesting finds in it. So, the red dirt out here, there could be an interesting find or two right here in the wash. Not gonna go down in it and walk it much. My interest is more up top, where I can see that structure. I do just kind of want to look around and see maybe what's been disturbed here. This area never feels right. I mean, normally I tell you guys about the birds. The only ones you see out here right now are doves. I haven't seen a single blackbird on this side of the Superstition Mountains. This particular canyon area here kind of spooks me out a little bit. Those are my guides, and I haven't had any guides when I've been out here on this side. I wonder if there's a reason for that. You know, I've heard invisible creatures. I've heard portals. I've heard all sorts of stories about this area out here, but kind of makes you wonder what's true. Now, unfortunately, right down here, just looking around, like I told you, if you take a minute and look around, you might be able to find some things. Right here is a cross. Unfortunately, somebody died right here. Ronnie in 1946. Sorry about your luck, Ronnie. Hope you're resting well. Well, looking out here, you really don't see a whole lot else. See some diggings over there on that hill. That's really about it. Old towel here. Wonder who's taking a bath right here. There ain't even no water. So far, no signs, no sounds of nothing. Yeah, not a whole lot of nothing here, guys, just some red rock. So we'll go up the trail, see if I can find that structure. And here we come upon that rock cairn we saw last week. Now, I thought it was just a fireplace, and originally it looks like it might have been. But then somebody decided to cover it up with all these rocks. Wonder what they burnt here. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead, turn around, take our way back down this wash here. Go up around that white pole over there, see what's in the wash on the way, see what's on the canyon up to it. I'm trying to put a name on all these placers that I've seen out here. Way I can do some research when I get back home. Like I said, there's a lot of disappearances, a lot of things that happen out in these mountains. Now, I haven't seen anything funny today. We saw that hole, but you know that hole was man-made. There's nothing nefarious there. I mean, unless they're hiding bodies there. But we'll still look around, see if we can find something. I mean, they call these the Superstition Mountains for a reason, right? Because there's all sorts of superstitions about this place. Little people and creatures, and UFOs, lizard people. I've heard all about out here. But we're going to take a walk through this little wash here. Journey and see what we see if we can find anything. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you guys have been doing well. Got a new challenge for you this week on bettering yourselves. Told you to say thank you. I told you to be grateful. Told you to look back to things you can fix. Now it's time to put it all into action. This week, take a day out of your life, a moment out of your time, just to say thank you to the people around you. Call your mom, call your daddy, talk to your wife, talk to your kids, and just say thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for showing me the love and support that I need. And unfortunately, sometimes in life you don't have that. So maybe this is the week that you talk to them about it. See if you can better that relationship. Because the better your relationships are with the people in your life, the better your life will be. Now, these bollards here beg a question of why. What was back here back in the day? Good morning out. Good day to be out here hiking. Ain't too hot. Coming up on that other wash I'm going to check out, so we'll see if I can find a way up there, guys. Alright guys, just up the hill from that last clay marker, we got some shotgun shells on the ground here. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 5 of them. Somebody was sitting here shooting something. What would you be shooting with a shotgun out here? Not supposed to be hunting this area. Oh, it's a pretty view today, guys. Alright guys, I was watching a video this week about the Lost Dutchman's mine. Apparently there was a map he drew the day he died, as he was on his deathbed. And that's to be believed. We are looking at that picture right now. That means that ridge line way in the distance is where that mine's at. Now, that map could not be true. It could all be make-believe. But if it's true, right there, it's exactly what you're looking for. That's just way too far to go today, guys. That'll be a winter hike. Now, as we get on top of the hill here, you can see quite a distance around us. Give us a good vantage point of things we might want to check out in a future hike or whatever. Well, up here on top, just looking around, you can see a big part of superstitions right there. Flat iron on the other side of that hill. You got Weaver's Needle over there. Great little views this morning. There's that mine I was telling you about. It used to exist over there. See the power lines running through all the roads. Luckily, I'm the only one in that parking lot down there. And now I was told part of the theory is Cayman might have crossed the road, because there are some dangerous fellows, I guess, go through prospecting on that side. But I don't really see where he would have chosen to go to watch it over there. There's really not a lot of stuff that points you in that kind of direction. I mean, unless you're wandering and you're just trying to get to the top over there, but I heard he was dehydrated, didn't have a lot of water. So you're looking at maybe an hour hike to where he wanted to go if he was being responsible. So that means it needed to be on this side somewhere. Where, we don't really know yet. We're going to take a walk around, see what we find up here. Should be pretty interesting. Like that old rock right there, got a couple different layers to it. How about that? Alright, we're going to take a walk up this way, see what we see, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying your morning the way I am. You see we got another rock cairn here I didn't see. These things are hidden all over. You just got to know what you're looking for. So we're going to follow this cairn right here. See if we can see any more. Enjoy the hike, guys. And here you have a hole where somebody was exploring at one point. That might be what that rock cairn was for. Pointing in this direction. Nice little depression here. Bottom's pretty hard though, so you can tell. This is just an exploration. Somebody dug a hole to see what was here. Now walking up the hill here, these rocks kind of caught my eye. See, you got a circle here. Somebody's kicked it around, but there was a circle. You got this big grouping of rocks up here on top. Kind of makes you wonder what it's for, what it marked. Ooh, starting to get warm up here though, guys. Now, there might have been a claim here at one time, but you can definitely tell somebody's piled some rock up right here for a reason. Wonder how hollow that center is. It's pretty packed. So I imagine they probably filled it in, threw some rock on top to kind of hide where they were exploring. There's another little spot I saw underneath that tree over there. Looks like the same thing, only they didn't cover that with rock, probably because it was underneath the tree. Man, some good views up here. Definitely see everything down below you. Man, it's a good morning. Then here's another little ring. Peace out. Something. Who left this here? Peace out, 5th grade. Wow, 5th grade trip out here, huh? How about that? Nice little fire ring built. Makes you wonder maybe they had a camping trip or something up here. Somebody decided to take their kids and build a fire. As long as they were responsible about it. Looks like they were. They had some rocks around it and whatnot. It couldn't have been that old because you got a bush right there. I mean, it couldn't be that new because you got a bush right there. That would have caught fire. Other than that, up here on the hill, guys, not really seeing a lot of signs of anything else, a lot of clues for anything else. A lot of neat stuff, though, especially those walls back over there. Bet you there's a cave or two. Somewhere around here, there's a trail for first water. Don't know exactly how far that. Oh, that's way over there. All right, I ain't gotten that far yet, guys. Oh, good day though. You can see all the different peaks and valleys and whatnot. Sun's in a perfect spot today for us. Hope you're enjoying the video. If you look over that way, there are some mines. The old Bulldog Mine, the Mammoth Mine. Some trails that go back off in there. I've never really seen how to get to them, but it does look like there are a few trails over there. I'm gonna have to ask around and figure out what's on that side. I can show you guys. But as for supernatural stuff and what might have happened to Cayman, I haven't really seen any signs or clues or anything weird or wacky going on. Now, I am finding quite a bit of quartz up here on this ridge. That's pretty neat. So I bet you somewhere around here is some gold. Or at least people are looking for. Oh, there's a hawk. Means he's out hunting for breakfast. He's about to get him a little snake or two. Big old hawk. Pretty little bird. Alright, we're going to take a couple more steps this way, guys, and we'll turn around and start heading back towards the truck. Just looking for signs, guys. Rocks that are stacked up. Maybe an old shirt, shoe. Doubt we'll ever get that lucky, but at least look around. See what we can see while we're up here. Poor unfortunate guy. I mean, from all accounts, from what I've heard, he's a decent kid. Just lost his way a little bit. Alright, we're headed back down this little slide. I don't know how far I want to climb down because I really don't want to climb back up much. But we'll get around this tree here, guys. Take a look to the left, a look to the right. Then we'll turn back around, alright? Oh, you know, it's a wacky world out there today. Oh, there's another arrow. That means there's probably another mining claim or another mine over that way to the left. That's what I've noticed out here, guys. All these claims that I'm seeing, as you walk around the mountain, you've got pieces of rock that are cutting angles that point directly to that claim marker. So it's almost as if somebody's been out here mapping the area, following the old mines, trying to see if they can activate something that might have been here. I don't see a place or claim on that side, and I don't really see a trail going that way, but I'm looking at the hills down there. That's that first one that we climbed up Ridge 2. That's how far we've come back up on this hill, guys. Now this area ain't very fun. It's got a bunch of them jumping cactus. Let me get out of here. See if I can get this stuff off of me. Oh, something's been here through lately, guys. Knocked a whole lot of this jumping cactus down. All over the floor right here. Had to have been something big knock it all down like that, or a group of people coming through here knocking stuff down. It's a little landmine waiting to happen. Oh, something's been here through lately, guys. Knocked a whole lot of this jumping cactus down. All over the floor right here. Had to have been something big knock it all down like that, or a group of people coming through here knocking stuff down. It's a little landmine waiting to happen. And now as we come over down on this side, see down in the valleys down there, caught my eye is this rock here. Looks like at one point somebody was exploring over there. Looks like part of it's been blown up. Kind of neat. And there's a lot of these jumping cactuses up here, guys. Wow. Not a ridge you want to come on, I guess. Not very often anyway, if you're not paying too much attention. Alright, so we got that structure there. Got the rock formation up top. Looks like it was blown. Other than that, not a lot of trails. Not a lot of anything going down that way. You have some more holes here in the dirt. I've heard rattlesnakes like to use these holes during the heat. Hopefully I don't get one crawling out of my feet while I stand here and talk to you. I'm going to come up right here. We're going to U-turn on this valley. And there happens to be another one of Mr. Welch's claims. Now there's a Daniel Welch out here. It's got quite a few claims in the same area. The Cayman Welch went missing. Now, whether or not the two have anything to do with each other is a good question. Just seems like a mighty coincidence to me. Some of the other people that he just happens to share the same name. Now, if you pay attention over here, once we get past these trees, I'm going to show you this rock formation. It's got a V cut into it, similar to the holes that we found out here. At least the first hole this morning, and some of the holes I found out here hiking before. See that V cut in right there? With the rock down below it? It's almost like that is a deadfall rock. Either that or there's a mine somewhere over there on that bridge. But guys, I've gone as far on this side as I think I'm going to. I'll go ahead and loop around, start my way back down. I'll take a couple more videos on the way down. There are a few things I saw that caught my eye, and I hope catch your eye as well as we walk through here. Remember, share this video, guys. Let's get it around. Let's see how many views we can get it. Let's see how many interested eyes we can get on the Cayman story. Alright, and as I loop back around, you can tell just how drastic that slope is on one side compared to the other. Now, if you're not real careful climbing back down here, you're going to slip and you're going to hurt yourself. You can see where that would have happened, maybe, if you climbed up here, because that is an amazing view. Weaver's Needle right there. It's even better than the view I found last week, guys, so this could have been the way he went, if he knew the area. As you can tell, there's not a whole lot of nefarious, a whole lot of supernatural, at least right here in the section that I've been in today. All right, now we have Molly Marie 7, Molly Marie 8, and Tutti number 1. Now, I don't know if this here is Daniels or if it's a Spanish guy that I was looking at. But this area here is all claimed off for lode mining. Not a whole lot of evidence of a lot being right here, though. So why would there be this many placer claims in an area that doesn't look like there's a whole lot of gold here? You know, one thing I am seeing out here, guys, a lot of spots where people have been digging, looking for stuff, trying to find gold right here on this ridge line. Now, to me, it doesn't look like there would be a whole lot. I mean, you got some red rock, but not as much as other areas out here. But for some reason, people seem to think this ridge line right here has gold in it. There's explorations up and down this entire ridge line here, this little hill, whatever you want to call it, that suggest people do believe there's some mining in this area. Or at least mining to be done, you know, some minerals to be found, silver, gold, whatever. Me, I'd like to just build a house right here. All these views, so pretty out here. I can just disappear, you know. Talking about disappearance, I mean, that probably ain't even something to joke about while I'm doing these episodes about why people are disappearing and missing, but hey, you can kind of see why in society today somebody might take a look at life, especially if they knew how to survive. Come out here to the mountains and just live. Just disappear from everybody. That could be one possibility, but who knows? Well, you're just walking, haven't seen real signs of anything yet. I was hoping maybe I might see something, might catch my eye. But other than these exploration mines, the claim markers, nothing really points to anything nefarious out here, except for that hole I was told about in the wash. Now, there has to be something underneath that hole, and hopefully in the next few months, be able to find out what that is. But next week, we're going to come out here, maybe not the same exact ridge area I was in today, because I've searched as much of it as I think necessary to find what I wanted to find. Now in the wintertime, we will come back down it and we'll go out that way, because if there is a Dutchman mine, it's right there. So we'll be back out here, guys, but this is the last one for this area. I was going to kick some hornets and do what I could, but there's not enough hornets to be kicked least on this side of the ridge. Not with one person. So next week we're going to come in from that side of the trail and try and check out that area I showed you where the carve-out was in the rock. See what we can see over there. This area here I will be darting quite a bit. I will be looking around, scouting as much as I can, and then eventually I will be out here one night. We're going to try and do a late afternoon, early evening hike. Get out here and see what kind of movement we see in these mountains. See what kind of noises we hear. See if we can see something really spooky. Well, this week, guys, again, I want to thank you for tuning in and being a part of the episode. I want to thank the guys that helped me find this spot. Not going to give out the names. Don't know if they want me to. But if they watch the video, just know I'm thankful for what you showed me and the steps we may take from here looking for this poor fella or what might have happened to him, because I want to at least bring some closure to the story. We're getting back to peak right here, the first hill we climbed up, that first set of rocks we found. There it is. One of them anyway, one of them cairns. Get over here, take a look down the peak, and see where we're going to go from there, alright? Now see, there's another rock, the angle cut in it. Right on the other side of that little ridge there, you're going to find a white pipe. So guys, you can tell they've been out here looking at old heights, old sites, old things where people have thought they saw stuff. So, yeah, there is something out here. Yeah, there is something worth finding, you know, some gold, silver, who knows. We're gonna walk around and make our way back to the truck. Might be wondering why I'm going back and forth, left and right, left and right. Well, I'm just looking, you know. You can go in a straight line, see half of it. Or you can take a look to the left, you can take a look to the right, and you can see 80% of it. I ain't never gonna see everything. There's too much out here to see. Too much hidden by trees, by rock, by brush. You can't even see the washouts in from right here because all the trees. But if you take a walk to the left or walk to the right, you can see a whole lot more. You can see things that might catch your eye and make you wonder, why is that there? What happened? Other than the cross today, guys, I haven't seen a whole lot to make me wonder. You know, Ron probably died since it was in the 40s. Out here just looking for gold. Dehydrated or whatever. Maybe got caught by a bandit. It was the 40s. It was still pretty wild out here. Alright, guys, we're going to make our way back down to the trail. Alright, guys, and here we are at the center of 2T number 1. It's a load claim. Don't know what much load they're getting here, but definitely a claim been put in for this area. Now, I don't see the structure that I saw last week in this area. Maybe because I'm on the other side of the ridge. Sorry I couldn't bring to you what I thought I saw, but I hope you guys still enjoyed the hike anyway. We still got a little bit to go. Maybe I'll see it on the way out. Alright, guys, we made it back down to the wash. Nice little hike down here. That was the couple claims that I saw on the way over here. Unfortunately, I didn't see that structure still. So I'm going to walk the wash. This will be the closest side to the valley that it was on. If I see it on the way to the truck, we'll check it out. But there we have those 2T mines and the Mary Marie, or whatever it was, Molly Marie mines. Okay. All those check out in this same area that came and went missing. Now, if you look at the records of those mines, you have a Daniel Welch. And you also have, I don't remember the guy's name, but it was Spanish, who had bought 2 or 3 mining claims right next to Daniel's. So could this be a family feud over mining rights that came and went missing over? Could be. Could it be that he stumbled on family secrets? That could be too. But what we've seen today is there's not a whole lot of evidence of a whole lot of stuff going on out here other than old explorations and old mines. I haven't seen or heard any supernatural stuff. But once again out here, guys, not a single blackbird today. The guides that normally show me where to go, they talk to me while I'm out here to show me the things that I'm able to show you guys. There just wasn't any of them out here. That's kind of spooky to me, guys. So I kind of know that even though I didn't see anything supernatural, there's got to be something going on over here. And here we are back at the wash, making our way back to the bench. Means the truck is here close. Let me see if I can show you guys this, if I'm quick enough. Where'd he go? Nope, I wasn't quick enough. Big old, there he is. Maybe you can see him on camera there moving around behind the tree. One of those long-tailed lizards we got out here. Not the only thing I've seen today other than doves. Now we're going to walk this wash here. The parking lot's up that way. I'm going to take a walk down this wash to see the other side of the hill we were just on. Then I'm going to head back to the truck, guys. Now, if you pay attention to the dirt down there, you can see the tracks of some kind of wildcat. Or a mountain lion, a lynx, or whatever they got out here in Arizona. Now we got 2 deer tracks. So there's plenty of wildlife back in here. We just haven't seen any today, unfortunately. And here we come, another cattle fence that doesn't seem to go anywhere. Stops right there. Stops right there. Not really a big reason I see for it, but we're going to come up here to these telephone poles, see at least what's on the other side of this hill. Drop back down the wash on the other side over there and walk our way back around. I'm glad I got out at 5 o'clock this morning. Gives me plenty of time to get out of here before the heat gets too bad. Plenty of time to kind of look around. Now you can tell one time there's a truck that drove through here. Now it could just be for the light pole. Could just be a trail right here, but you can tell at some point there's trucks, something motorized that ran through here. See all the cactus in bloom, all the fruits there. People make jellies and jams out of them little fruits. The prickly pear cactus. See guys, if you know what you're looking for out here, you can survive. The cactuses are full of water. Some of the cactuses have got fruit. You got the bunnies, you got the birds, plenty to eat. Alright, this looks like the wash we might want to get back into, turn around. Because this just keeps going that way and there ain't nothing up on these hills. So we'll get back down that wash, take our walk around, guys. See what it looks like. Now guys, walking through the wash here, I just come upon a tank top. Not sure what he was wearing or whatnot, but there's a tank top sitting right there. Full of dust, looks a little old. But we'll keep trekking. See what else we might be able to find down here in this wash. Oh, that bird done scared the crap out of me. How about that, guys? How about that? Old piece of porcelain here. Don't know what that was too. Couple of neat things in this wash anyway. You know what, guys? I lost my stick. I set my stick down to use the bathroom and I forgot to pick it back up. How about that? I'm gonna have to find me a new walking stick. You can tell this area here has been burnt. All these irresponsible people in Arizona like to light fires smoke cigarettes, throw them out the window, do whatever. You gotta be responsible in a state like this, guys, or you'll burn it clean to the ground. Now we're going to be checking these bushes, checking these cactus, seeing if maybe somebody threw something else besides that tank top out. I mean, you'd hope that maybe somebody just got hot, too hot, took the tank top off, and that's not Cayman's tank top, but I don't know. I don't know what he was wearing. Alright guys, back in the main part of the wash here. Still not seeing a whole lot other than where things have been burnt. Well, we're back down in here. We'll make our way around to the truck. This is a nice easy walk, all this soft gravel. How about that, guys? There's an old can. It's so old you can't even tell whose it was. How about that? Couple old cans out here. You can tell somebody made a camp out here way back in the day. Out here trying to dig and mine and find. I did find a spot. I'm not going to let you guys in on it. But next time I come out here, I found a spot that definitely quite interesting. I think this bottle right here, I mean, it's busted. You can tell the age on it. You don't even see designs like that anymore in the glass. Pretty neat little finds out here, guys. Nothing to keep, but a few neat little things to look at. Unfortunately, got a bunch of broken glass up over that way. Somebody out here drinking and fooling around. It's amazing what you can see when you just stop. See, there's another can. You just look around, look for signs, look for clues where people might have been. Unfortunately, people are lazy. They leave clues about where they've been everywhere. Not seeing a whole lot set up right here other than that can. There's a nice quartz vein. Ooh, a red ant too. I doubt you guys can see that, but that's pretty neat. One of them old cow killers. Perfect time of year to see insects like that. It's nice and warm. As you can tell, other than the fire, there ain't a whole lot going on out here, guys. A lot of big cat tracks, though. A lot of big cat tracks. How about that? Some of that old driftwood. People make pretty good artwork out of that stuff. Hang little doodads from it and the whatnots. I want you guys to remember these next few episodes are going to be pretty important at disproving some of the theories about this area, the superstitions, the whatnots that go on. You can tell there ain't a whole lot that does go on, other than people wandering, people being dumb, people being irresponsible, and just dying out here. So we're going to walk around, see what we can see, poke some holes into these conspiracy theories. Or maybe find a conspiracy theory. Find a hunter. Find somebody out here protecting these old mountains, these old ways. You know, who knows, guys? Who really knows? And there's that fence again. Walk our way up this part of the wash. I think that way will take us way out and back around where I don't necessarily want to be. No, guys, I'm going to go that way. I mean, I've got enough water I can make it to the road and still walk all the way back around. So I'm going to continue checking this wash just because there are cans, there's been shirts, there's been bottles. Maybe we'll see another sign down here in the wash. Maybe we might find something. This is, what was that? It's nice when you can find a wash like this, all the soft dirt to walk in. You're not climbing over rock. You're not going way uphill, way downhill. Just a nice, even pace. Gives you the ability to look around at the rock, look around at what might be on the ground and around you. You always need to be spatially aware, especially with as many large creatures as I have out here. The coyotes, the wildcats, whatnot. I mean, they say there's a lot out here in Arizona just looking to eat you. I ain't come across one yet, but they say there's some dangerous, evil stuff out of here. It's pretty neat to look at all the different rock though, how it goes from gray to red to brown. You can definitely tell behind all that rock right there, at least in that section of the mountain, you'll probably find something, as evident by that triangle right there. Now there's probably a mine somewhere in that area, somewhere in that vicinity was at least an exploration or something where somebody thought was something. As I told you guys, that rock meant there was something over here. Turns out there was something over here. It ain't here anymore. A bit of remnants of it. What it went to, I'm not entirely sure. But here you got, it's probably a mine claim, just judging by the way the pipe is and concrete going down. I mean, it could be an old water pipe for a mine that's below us, but I doubt it. Could have been a structure that was here that was built up. Don't really see any other concrete pillars though. So that begs the question what that's for. Alright guys, we're making our way back out to the road over here. Getting towards the end of the hike. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for enjoying this week's episode. I want to also say thank you to the Sugar Shack, where you know life is way too short for those boring desserts. Get out there and get your dessert today, guys. I want to say thanks for tuning in. I want to ask you to share this for me. Get the word out there. I'm out here poking around. I'm trying to see what's out here. If there's anybody out here causing nefarious things, see if we can get them to come meet me. See if we can get them to come say hello. As you know, I ain't scared of anybody. I ain't scared of much of nothing. So I'm going to take my time to look out here. Find the things I can find, like this tarp. See what's over here. Poke around. Because, you know, I ain't got nothing better to do on the weekends than to figure out why all these people keep going missing. So there is something nefarious out there. Come say hello. Share this enough. Maybe they'll see it. Maybe they'll come say hello. All this screening and stuff. All these cans. There's a screen to something. An old bottle. Maybe it's an old campsite. Judging by what's out here, it looks like it might have been somebody out here prospecting. About the 80s, maybe the 70s, judging by the deterioration of the cans. The products that are around. It's pretty neat. What do we have here? There's an old tent. How about that? Pretty burnt up. Like I was saying, guys, go check out the Sugar Shack, get you some good desserts. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this episode and supporting me. Thank you for always being there. It's been a good hike today. We found a couple neat little things. Hopefully here in the future we'll find some more. Till I can catch you guys again next time. Enjoy your lives. Enjoy your families. Keep it easy. Alright, so I lied to you. I turned the show off too quick, guys. How about this little nugget? An old mine right here. Now we got to be careful we don't fall in. I don't know how deep that water goes. We're going to try and get around this barbed wire here. How about that, guys? Nice little old mine. That's beautiful.